Right, ladies and gentlemen, so Tuesday, of course, guys, today is 8th of July, and I didn't post separate announcement today just because we have the timetable for a week that, like from Monday to Thursday, we have the presentation 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, and of course, guys, we're gonna go through the latest news and updates about our DEX, yeah, about the market stuff, about that, what's going on right now with the TG event, because it's like 6 days left. Till the end of the event, and still some time to buy the tokens. The people who didn't buy it, guys, you definitely can make it right now if you have the desire, yeah, to do that. And of course, to get you can get maximum percentages from that, maximum profit, right? Because when you're buying some coins on the early stage, on the private sales, on the seed rounds, so that's the price which you can't get from the market. Yeah, right now is the opportunity to buy the coins before they're gonna hit the market. Yeah, so that's the best stage when you can do that. Some funds, big funds, also doing that with the different startups. Yeah, so we're making this with our community. Yeah, and of course, guys, basically don't miss this chance. Also for tomorrow, we're gonna have another giveaway with Jake, and some great excitements also gonna be this week. Yeah, Brian, maybe you can start. Yeah, so with some updates about that what we have.
All right, what's up, everybody? So I know it's hard to follow in the Telegram chat. So Jake said if we just put up with this for like the next, 3 or 4 days, then it'll stop. So it's annoying to all of us. But that's one thing that the top tier exchange like MEXC that Jake has a reevaluation with, they want to see just tons of chatter, even if they're saying the same things over and over again. That's why there's so much going on in that exchange. So yeah, very annoying, but it's I guess something that because our community, I mean, we kind of just tune into the Zooms, ask a couple of questions, but we're not in there like to the moon, we're gonna be millionaires. You know what I mean? Like left and right, posting a bunch of crazy stuff. But yeah, so deal with the Telegram. I know it's annoying. We'll try to post the Zoom informations in the maybe Tim when we go to post it next time, we'll post it
Yeah.
in like that little update and made a new general questions and updates. Maybe we'll post it there because inside the general chat it's so cluttered you can't really see because there's so many different things on there. So it's something that we all we're dealing with right now. Um, yeah, what else? Yeah, so looking at Ethereum, and I mean, I'm gonna show you guys just a little bit about the market. We'll see here, right here. So this is it's a 4 hour window. I moved over here to like a new flag. So you can see we had a little pop up from like 23, 2400, and it jumped up to right at 26, and it's been kind of consolidating inside this little area. So we touched 26 today. So like Jake has said, like that 26 is going to be the one that if we surpass that and hold it, then we can get through it. So if like we come back and let's look at the daily chart and it'll kind of give you an idea on kind of what like Jake went over as well. So last time it consolidated right here between, this is 28, where this blue line is 2,800 roughly, and down here at 2022. So it kind of consolidates in between here. And then when it broke out and it like held strong, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days it took to go up to 3,300. So like this is kind of what Jake talked about, how fast it can move. It could be in here for months. And then in 5 days, you can literally go on vacation for a minute and then come back and be like, wow, it just shot up. So that's what we're looking, and that's kind of what it's doing over here in the same range right here. Besides, obviously, some war happened, so that dropped it down, but it came right back and it's bouncing between. So, draw a little trend line, broke that right here, which is great because it could have just kept going down and then break down here, but it's staying between those lines. So the next measured move, on the daily candle looks fantastic right here. So if we go to the 4 hour, give me more an idea as well. So, looking to break out of this flag. Obviously it's right at the top of that. You can move it up, you can move it down, but I'm kind of going off of right here on the end of the candle, not the wick. So we kind of go right here on that candle, bang right there. And then that's roughly. I mean, you can actually just do it like that, and it looks like it's already kind of breaking out. If you wanted to do it, more specific, some people do it that way. I'll take it and move it out a little bit more, but that measured move is right here. So that measured move, when we break out and we hold that, that means we're coming right up to about 28 right here, 27.91, which is basically at 28. So that's what Jake's looking for, and that can happen. Like literally could happen tomorrow. You never know. If we break this and we hold it kind of where it's at right now, because we're sitting at 25.97, you can literally go buy Ethereum right now at 25.97 and it goes to 28. And now one Ethereum you just made 200 bucks off of. So that's kind of how that works. That's why Jake's like, don't waste your time. Get some Ethereum before it does break out. So you don't want to buy it, the last day and it's like, oh, it's at 3,000, then move it in. You want to do it now and get it, so because that will increase. So we're looking for that to like break out. Now, obviously, Bitcoin is kind of leading the way, but Bitcoin's sitting at 108 right now, and that could break out and go up, above right here, above 110. I mean, it looks really good, kind of where we were in Ethereum. So with that being down, like the other day, right here at 26, that was the same time Bitcoin was at 110. So yeah, we pumped back to 110. That means Ethereum is now over 28. That's the way I look at it, because it's kind of pushing here. So yeah, ever since we've been on this Zoom, we've already pushed up, which is which is good. So with that, I mean, we got some really good stuff going. We've started the process for the banking system. And to show you a little bit about the banking system, we're going to white label this company's banking system, and we're going to call it TMX Bank. And the way this works is super cool, guys. This will be something that you'll be able to utilize for life in crypto, not just for TMX. This isn't just exclusive for TMX, but it's going to be white labeled as the TMX Bank. So we'll be able to implement crypto on here, and it'll be USDT on the Arbitrum network. So you could send that over. You don't have to swap it to another token and move it over. You just send the USDT over in Arbitrum that you'll be earning from staking in the exchange. And then you can load it when you send that over in crypto and it shows up, then you can literally just swap this, withdraw the crypto right to the card. When you move it to the card, you'll just hit on load card and then sync your card, and it'll show the amount that you have on there. I haven't loaded any on here in a while, but I've done tons of transactions. You know, I mostly go and pay for packages. So Sarah buys a lot of packages. So you can see all the swipes are, BPS, that's a package company. I pay the cable, like, which is just the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's, 30 bucks. It's awesome. So it's pretty cool. Beer pit, that was some tacos and some beer. So, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can use the virtual card anywhere. This is the virtual card because I don't have the physical card yet. When we have this, we're going to set it up to where there'll be three different cards that you can purchase. And we're working on like a three-tier level affiliate part to this too. So if somebody you shared this with goes and purchases a card, you'll instantly get paid right in your e-wallet, and you can load it on your card just by helping them get it, you know. And then we'll be able to utilize the system. Using this system, we'll implement in, a revenue share from the fees, because you can see it's $2.50 to load crypto on the card. You can load $10,000 is $2.50. You can load $10 is $2.50. So we're looking to kind of mimic exactly what they have here and make it, even more lucrative, something that people outside of our realm will want to use. And one part I love is this banking portal. So this is fixing a solution that we've all had, or a problem that we've all had. This is the solution now. So you got 200,000 in Bitcoin, but you don't want it in Bitcoin. You want to move it to fiat, right? So you got your Bitcoin wallet, you click here, deposit, you send it here. Then you transfer it over here to your fiat, USDT. Or if you're European, you got your euros here, your Great British pounds, or whatever. There'll be more and more to come on here, right? So you'll swap that right into the USDT. Now you got your deposit, you got your banking account information here, your routing number, all those different things right here that you can utilize to send wire to here or wire out, right? So you can send that wherever you want to use it. You can use this bank account as your bank account as well. So another problem is, how do I buy large amounts of crypto? So you'll be able to click deposit, send money, wire it in, shows up right here. Then you hit exchange and you move it right over to whichever token that you want. More tokens will be listed over time. So that way you swap it to USDT or USDC or Ethereum or Bitcoin, and then you can literally send it out. You just add like a little counterpart. This is my trust wallet. I send it right to my trust wallet. Bam, it's in my trust wallet that fast. I've done this, literally wired money at the beginning of the day. It showed up same day. And then I moved it to right here, and then I withdrew it right to my trust wallet, 5,000. The fees were very acceptable. It was like $50 for a wire, and then it was like 1% to do it, and then did a swap, the little exchange part from USD to USDT, and then a $5 fee on withdrawal. Still cheaper than Cash App, cheaper than crypto.com, cheaper than Coinbase, because Coinbase sometimes if you don't leave it in their certain token, you swap it, you're getting hit with like 3-4% instantly on sending it out. So this system is like an all-in-one system that we'll be able to load crypto on and then apply it to a card and to use those cards. When we set all this up, it's a light KYC. And at the same time, we won't have to, they don't report to the government. Okay. So it's up to you if you want to. I'm not going to because they don't require you to do it. So, like David's used the card for multiple years now. Do a light KYC because you have to do a light KYC to use MasterCard or Visa. It's like a requirement. So we've been in talks with these guys for over a month now, basically, and we're moving forward with it this week. So it's really exciting to have our own branding, own videos, own everything. We will be the banking system slash card system as well for us to use. It's really easy, really simple to use. And, I mean, it's even got peer to peer. Like, so if you have an account, I just click internal transfer, choose the amount, put your email in, do a little reference like, for pizza or for whatever, and hit confirm, and it sends right over to your account, and it only costs $1. So I thought it's really cool. It's kind of a game changer in the space where you can actually send $1 billion and swap it over from USDT to USD, or send $1 billion in USD and swap it over to USDT. And it'll be cheaper than anything that you've ever seen out there and easier to use than anywhere. These guys got their own stuff, like their own, I don't know how to really put it. I'll have to learn that a little bit better, but their own formula. Nobody else has the ability to do this. This is what's cool. So like, show me if you can. You can't really, where you can go swap $1 billion really quick and then move it right out. Cheaper, very cheap to do it. Like the fees that I've used down here in the Dominican Republic to swap crypto, sometimes it's between 7 and 12%. So this is way cheaper. So, now on to the TGE part. So we're at 325 Ethereum right now. We're at 67% filled. I don't think there's any new people, honestly, on this Zoom, just looking at the names. So definitely get some new people on tomorrow for the Zoom with Jake, because we do giveaways as well. But all in all, we got 6 days, 4 hours. I don't know if it's going to be extended more. Between all of us right here, it would have to be extended more within the next 3 days. I would think with the way Ethereum is looking, and let's go over to let's look at that. Sorry, right here. I mean, that looks really good right now, guys. Let's say a little prayer because we're at 2618. This pump looks good right now. So, and Bitcoin has literally only moved a little bit. So Ethereum is moving. We're at 3% today, where Bitcoin's at 0.5%. This is, yes, come on, altcoin season. Like, it's cool. It's happening right now. We're on the Zoom. So it's a really good pump right now. This breakout right here, we close this 4 hour window. So we got 2 hours and 43 minutes to stay above this blue line. If we stay above this, and then the next candle is green too, that's normally a good breakout. That's a good sign of really good measure movement. So where you can kind of see, this one broke out, stayed green, had a little drawback, but then look at that pump. It's kind of like a little flag it out, consolidate, and then bang, pump, pump, pump. Then obviously someone bombed each other, and then that's why it went straight down. But so that's really good news. So all in all, we're still open to collect more Ethereum. I mean, it's just stacking your bags. I'm still referring people. I mean, even my buddy Aiden put some more in, so I got a little referral bonus there, a little 2% that comes out of that total of 500,000 tokens. And you know what I mean? So I'm gaining some more here by sharing it. Buddy Shane put like four more Ethereum in the other day. I see zero point 0.1, zero point 0.4 going in. I know some other people that are just sitting around waiting to add a little bit more. They're just holding out, like so, you can refer, make some extra here. You can put some deposits in yourself and grow your account as well. So, I mean that we're at the home stretch. So, what we're doing with this banking system is phenomenal. We have some clothes here. My wife bought the tank top, the sweatshirt. She rocks it every day. She loves it. So I mean, it's good. We got a couple other people working on more merchandise, even more tailored to very professional merchandise, not just for me and my bro tanks because it's so hot down here, but so all in all, like everything is looking really good. Waiting to hear more from Jake on, and this is something I want him to kind of talk about too. And I know, a lot of you on here want to talk about like how the listing's going. I want to talk about getting the ability to demo trade on the TMX, um, like trading on there ourselves, demo trading, learning that system a little bit. And then is TMX going to be on Arbitrum network? Nabs, where you been, man? That's all. That's where we're at. Yeah. So that's what when you buy Ethereum on the Arbitrum network, that's the same network. So it's you literally look at the TGE. If you read it, it talks about that as well. It's been on our videos. Everything goes over that. So yeah, I mean. I'm just so excited, just patiently waiting for Ethereum to pump. And like, yeah, James right there, it's up 2% in the last hour. Like that's fantastic. We just love that. Do we have any dependency on selling a certain amount of Ethereum during the TG event? Don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know why we would sell Ethereum during the TGE event. If you're talking about purchasing Ethereum to put into the TGE event, that works. When the TGE event phase is over and then we go to pair it, then Ethereum doesn't matter anymore. We've built our liquidity up to that price. So that's why Jake's like, if we can get it up to 2,800 to 3,000, maybe raise some more Ethereum at the same time, then we have liquidity over 1 million. And that looks a lot better launching on exchanges, our token on exchanges having 1 million in liquidity. Don't forget, we probably got well over 1 million from the private seed phase, plus what people moved over from the trade tribe community to have over there. So I am meaning TMX banking card. Yeah, we'll have Arbitrum USDT on there. They're going to put that on there so we can move the USDT over in the Arbitrum network. So yeah, max is 45. Wondering if there was a specific goal or minimum to need a rate. Honestly, our goal was 200. That was Jake's first goal, and we're at 325. So, I mean, obviously, if we raised 485, even better. Jake's like, oh, it'd be great to get to 200, and we've surpassed that, so everything's on pace. Yeah, he talked about that yesterday on the Zoom. So, am I missing any other questions? So, no, I don't think so. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah. But yeah, so that's it. Like we're just still raising Ethereum, still plugging it in, working with the core bank team, which is awesome as well. And that looks, I mean, to me, that is just a complete game changer because it just brings like a whole nother system for TMX and for us to go out and help other communities to be able to use that, which then in turns will make, the system even easier. and then looking at prices for cards and then different aspects to that. So like if you get one card and say it's a certain price, then we can give fees from the whole entire system back to the people that have that card that basically are maybe doing the requirements for using that card monthly. So we got a lot to go over there, but it's not a lot that's going to take a long time. It's just sit down. This is what we need to do. Bang, 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 done. We have already went over it. I went over it. Me and David went over it. Tim, we went over it. We're just ready to go. So that will be an absolute game changer. We transact with banks that are I mean, it works worldwide. It literally works worldwide unless you're in Iran, Afghanistan, Ukraine, Russia, anywhere that's like a watch list country that's possibly going to war, it won't work in. But anywhere outside of that, this will work. And it'll work anywhere that Visa and MasterCard are accepted. So yeah, it works everywhere. So it's kind of cool how that goes. And what else? And we can learn more about it, Jerry, for maybe specific currencies as well. But I know there's people utilizing this in Africa and India, all over the place. And then the OTC, which OTC to me is just like sending money in, converting it to crypto, or sending crypto in and converting it to your currency. So that's how that works. And that we've heard people moving massive amounts of money through their system to India, even though you don't see that back there. But I think what sends them to, is it rubies for India, I believe.
Yeah,
I don't know
rupees. Yeah.
for sure. So they move it there, and literally the same day they have it in their currency in their bank. So it's a fast way to get payments processed for people and get it moved quick. So super excited we found these guys, and their team is awesome. Their leadership is awesome. I'm friends with the CEO. So I mean, it's like it's a perfect fit, exactly what we needed, because there'll be literally no limit on how much you can spend on the card. It'll be 100,000 per swipe. I can't wait till that's a problem. Hopefully that's a problem for all of us, but you can swipe it as many times as you want. And I love that aspect of it. So, all in all, looking good. We're putting all this together. And then tomorrow, I think is going to be a great Zoom. I know Jake is, I would say, stressed out. He's just working a ton. Like he's constantly trying to make partnerships with different programs to see what works best for TMX and then see what works best for our community. And, from the overall standing, the banking system will work fantastic for us because this is something we will take away for the rest of our days to utilize this and to teach other people. To me, it's like teaching someone how to ride a bike. Teach them how to do it. You don't have to keep holding their hands doing it. They learn how to do it. I'm sure everybody here has a bank account at one time. You go in, they give you the website, they set you up with the account numbers, show you how to move your money around, and you walk off and you leave. That's it. That's exactly what this will be. We'll have Zooms on teaching people because there'll be a three-level affiliate part to it. So we're going to be running Zooms during the day and during the night to teach everybody how to maximize that as well, because everybody will need this card and this system. David's been in talks with, I mean, leaders, traders, anybody and everybody that's looking for a way to convert a lot of crypto over to cash or a lot of cash over to crypto in different communities that, I mean, I'm part of different communities where they literally teach, all right, today we're going to talk about buying crypto on crypto.com and utilizing their card. Well, that card is killing people with fees, or let's use Coinbase and throw some money in there and then they hold your money for 2 weeks, or you can only withdraw a certain amount, or you can only add a certain amount. So, or your bank cards don't work. It's just a process where now we can just funnel people into the system. You can show them how it works, and then they're going to utilize this for life. And they'll have that bank account with a top tier bank. I think they're partnered over 15 top one tier banks in the world. So if like you're in Canada, you might get Bank of Montreal. If you're in the United States, you might get JP Morgan. So you can actually walk in there if you put it into the fiat part, you can walk into that bank and you can get into your account as well. So it's this is like a game changer really in the space. So we got a win-win. We can teach them about TMX. We can teach them about the token. We can teach them about making passive income from the exchange. And I mean, that's one thing too, guys. A lot of people don't understand decentralized. People don't get how do you make money from a decentralized exchange? Well, you stake your tokens and then you get paid from the trading fees. You add liquidity and you get paid from the trading fees. It works like that. There's no other way to do it. And that's the safest way to make passive income in the space. Or you go join something and you hope they keep paying you. I mean, it, so I look at you get a decentralized exchange that runs on smart contracts audited by the top company in the world. And if you're not using a decentralized exchange to trade with, you will be soon because look at California. They're already saying if you use a centralized exchange and you do not move your crypto around or trade it for 3 years, they can take it. They can't do that inside of your Trust wallet. They can't do that inside of your MetaMask. You don't even have email attached to them. It's a 12-word phrase and a password. That's it. So it's kind of cool how this works, and people can do the same type of trading on TMX as they can on, different centralized exchanges. But, even I got a buddy on here right now that added money to MEXC, and since he doesn't have the right information, they won't let him withdraw his money. Well, in TMX, he'll never have that problem. He can always withdraw his money. He doesn't have to prove anything or mess up writing one word and then they lock anything in. No, everything's on smart contracts. So sorry, rambling on. Let me see. And the bank card creates fees for the exchange. No, the bank card banking system is literally its own thing. So if you're using the bank card and we implement different aspects in the bank card. So like say you got a top card here and another card here and another card here, you purchase one of these, say this one gives you a revenue share from the fees of the banking system by purchasing this card. Purchasing this card gives you a smaller amount of revenue of the fees from the banking system. It doesn't move to the exchange. But all in all, if we are the ones that are running it, we could take those profits and put it into the exchange to just build more liquidity into the exchange anyways. So it's kind of cool how it's going to all work together. Just looking at bringing a solution to make everybody's lives easier and teach everybody how to keep crypto to themselves. So if we are making really good money in TMX, you can move it to this platform, move it to a card, spend it anywhere you want, go to an ATM, withdraw it, whatever you want to do with it, and nothing ever gets reported. So keeping it decentralized as possible. That's the plan. So that's all I got. That's all I got. Let's just keep watching the charts, watch Ethereum. It's holding pretty good over 2,600 right now. So I'm just watching it and just watching and smiling. So that's all I got. David, you got anything? I know you're muted right now, but
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
I
we're
think
very
he's
excited.
yeah, he's co-host.
Yeah,
You can meet David.
yeah. No, that was really good, Brian. I mean, like Brian said, we're in the home stretch, you guys. 6 more days ago, and there's so much value and so much. This is a time that we're never going to get back. And if you bought TMX tokens, buy more. If you haven't bought, now's the time to buy. But Brian was going over a few things. Especially with the TMX card that we're going to be bringing on. It solves the issue, a problem, a very big problem that everybody has. How do I buy crypto if I have fiat, right? Now you're able to do that. And you don't have to worry about the liquidity. They're already moving billions of dollars, right? So it's very cool. Like everything about what you guys are going to have, and just share it out with everybody because everybody has a Visa card or a MasterCard. This is something that everybody needs. There's a card I've been using for the past 3 years just to kind of give you guys a perspective, and they charge me about anywhere from 4 to 6%, and it's not a flat rate like Brian was saying. It's $1.50, right? So if I wanted to send 10,000 in Bitcoin to the card, they would charge me 6%. That's $600 right there versus $1.50. So you guys got to see how big of a deal this is. And now when somebody asks you, "Hey, where can I buy crypto?" It's an easy conversation. Well, here you go. Have you heard about the TMX card? So besides that, guys, I just say now's the time. Buy, accumulate as much TMX tokens as you can. It's gonna happen, and when it happens, everyone's gonna look back in the next 60 to 90 days and be like, wow, I'm so glad I did. So anyways, Brian, I'll send it back to you.
I'm so excited about that part too. So I know there's going to be a little learning curves, but don't worry, we'll be holding everybody's hand through this whole process and teaching everybody how all of it works. You know, if you guys know me, a lot of you on here do, I'll jump on Zoom with you and walk you through all of it. Because once we learn all this, it's going to be so fun sharing it. And once you see how that banking system works along with TMX, it's going to be so cool to be able to present that to other people to set them up the same way that you got set up. And then if we set up that 3-level referral system, any person that goes and purchases that card, you'll get paid a little bit of money and you can move it right to your card and spend it instantly. I've done it inside of the system of the company that we're white labeling from. I was literally at a restaurant, signed up somebody for the system that can't wait to use the card. I made, I think it was $100 and something, and put it on my virtual card right then. It Sting Apple Pay and paid for the meal. Sarah, my wife was like, I don't know what this deal is, but I like it. You know what I mean? Because normally it's like I make money and she doesn't ever see me get to use it. And so this one, she's like, I like this. And then I took her shopping and bought her like, it's like 18,000 pesos worth of clothes, which is only like $300. But she's like, this is really cool. Sit over there in the corner and help more people get this card. So yeah, it's really good stuff, and it's really fun and easy to do. And you're bringing a lot of value to somebody that gets it too. So we might as well get compensated from sharing it as well. So this is going to be really cool because the company we're whitelisting from, they don't have a 3-level system of paying out on there. And if you're a networker, you like to share things, you'll learn level 1 is you might help a couple people join, but if you help those couple people join, those people help a couple people join. Then you got level 3, which is usually your biggest level on sharing it with just a few people. There's a lot of people down the line. So we do that, and it's just going to bring so much value and extra money for everybody. And we're going to teach you what to do. So that's what I got. So like what, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, we'll get that out. Tim will get that out so we can start inviting people to it. And, you know, because I mean, yesterday, what Fred and Aiden, they won 0.1 Ethereum each, which is like $260. So just attending, people are winning money. You know, I mean, that's why it's like invite, invite, invite. They take that money and both of them went and put it into the TG event. So it's cool. It's just helping bring in more and more money in. And that's pretty cool for Jake constantly giving away. So I like it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And Tim, I'll let you close it. And
Yeah, for sure. The great presentation, guys, and especially with the TMX card, which is gonna be that's gonna be awesome because Brian tested in Dominican Republic. You know, I tested right here, just like you add to your Apple Pay. I'm not sure if you could see that, but just basically in the Apple Pay, you have this card. Yeah, so you add it and you can spend in any shop, in any restaurant. And plus, guys, they have the metal cards, yeah, which will gonna be branded with the TMX logo on it. Yeah, so like that's gonna be really cool stuff. And also about the fees is not that much. I'm like saying about the converted fees, yeah, like, you know, when you convert crypto to fiat, yeah, to pay for it, they not charge like too much. I'm just like checking by the rates. Yeah, it's basically the same rate, even like I can see that they charge something. So that's the really great. Yeah, and I think like everyone gonna be excited about that because you can spend it, yeah, like, you know, anywhere you go, yeah, like in any country. So that's gonna be so cool. I tested the card in Canada too. It worked great. Yeah, so Aiden said that. Yeah, guys, you know, it works worldwide, and that's the really powerful. So like wait for you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna put some separate announcement for that. So you will not gonna miss that with the giveaway, with the live trading. So thanks, Brian, and thanks, Dave. We'll see you guys for tomorrow.
Bye. Bye, guys.